What is going on, fellow farmers? Welcome back to another episode of FS25 with your boy cjfarms. Today, guys, you guessed it, we're going to be back on the Ponderosa map. And we are still trying to work on harvesting these fields. You know, some of the stuff I do here, I do off camera, and then you know, a majority of the stuff, of course, I would say a vast majority, like 98% of the stuff on this farm, I do on camera with you guys. There is some things, however, I do off camera. Just to get things prepared. Like sometimes it'll take me 30 minutes to an hour just to get the farm ready before I can even hit the record button and start my recording. But you know, from now on, guys, I want to take you through every step of this farm. Now there's like a little bit of stuff to be done, like picking up a little bit of wood chips here and there. Then I'll probably, well, never mind, I'll just bring you guys along for that ride too. But I want you guys to see every single step of this farm. You know, it's been a lot of fun. And I'm not saying that in a way to make you guys think that we're leaving Ponderosa, because we're not doing that. But this map has been so much fun, just cutting down the trees and building our own farm. And I think the next project we're going to set out for, is going to be to start actually, we missed that, is start putting down some buildings. You know, we've already got a tool shop down over there. You guys seen that. But maybe cutting down some trees and actually putting down, like, the first thing we need is a house. Because when we first started out here, I had no home. I had no trailer or nothing like that. I don't know why the game, if y'all seen that, I don't know why the game just froze, I guess. Sorry about that, guys. When you guys first see me on the map here, and we first opened it up and moved to this place, and it was a lot of moving. I had no place to sleep. I was actually sleeping in one of my tractors for the longest time on this here at our home, and I've not had no home since. Well, since we've bought the wood shop. I mean, I'm sorry, not the wood shop. That'd be nice to have a wood shop on here. Well, actually, there is a wood shop. However, since we've bought the tool shed you guys see over there, the workshop, I've been sleeping over there in the corner of that. So I think my next step is going to be putting down a home, maybe buy a trailer and bring it, have it brought in, or maybe a house. However, you guys know me, I like building my own stuff. So what we might do is build our own home. And there's a way you can do it on Farmingsimulator. There's a way you can build your own home without going out of RP. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, but we are talking about the constructibles. And if you guys will check it out, they are actually not that bad on price. If we go into the build menu and we go over to constructibles right here, you will see that each constructible is no more than $1,000 a piece. However, there's only a few homes, only a few of these constructibles that are homes. Now, I don't want anything real fancy, you know, like something like this. I probably won't go with anything like that. We'll probably go with like the log cabin. And we can go with the log cabin, and we can get what we need down here to build that log cabin. So hopefully there is a warehouse around here, because if there's not, then we cannot build our own home. And I don't think there's actually a warehouse on the map. I really don't think there is. All right, there's the garage with the workshop. There's our store deliveries. There's our biomass heating plant. But I do not see, like, not a workshop. I'm sorry, not a workshop. A warehouse. Did I say warehouse or workshop? I totally meant to say warehouse. So, if there's no warehouse on here, then we're going to have to think of something to come up with our own type of warehouse. Whether that means putting one down and having one, or having one, for the RP part of it, having one brought in, maybe buying one and having it brought in, or we could buy the sawmill, in which there's a sawmill in the build menu where we can produce those products that we need. So like the short planks, long planks, that sort of thing. So we'll just have to see how it all works out. If we can't build a place over here and we can't make it happen, what we will do is we will have a trailer hauled in, or maybe a home brought in. So either way, I've got to have a house. I don't mind sleeping in my shop over there. I don't mind doing that. And I think my garage door is open. It is. Let me park this right here. And let's hop over closer to the workshop here. We need to close this door. And my lights are not on, are they? Is there... And I think the lights are turned on right here. I think it's turn the lights on. Yeah, so I'll show you guys. I've been sleeping over here in the corner of my workshop. Right over here. I got a bed I put over here at night. I don't have it right there right now, but I've got the blankets picked up. But that's where I've been sleeping, guys. You know, and for the most part, the last week or so, it's been pretty nice weather, so I haven't had to have a heater. However, when I do, when it does get cold, I have a heater that I put over here at night, like a floor heater. It's a pretty good sized floor heater, and keeps me warm at night. And I'll put my bed over here in the corner, and I'll put the wood heater somewhere about back here, so it's not too close to me. And then I'll plug it up to the wall, and it will keep me nice and warm. However, our next plan is going to be to bring in a trailer or something, some kind of home where I can have an actual legit place to sleep. So that will probably be the next project for this map. And then as time goes on, we will add more to the farm, and it will be looking more and more like a farm every time you guys come back. Appreciate you guys tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Again, as always, like, subscribe, share. Sharing the videos is very, very important. When you share the videos to all your social media, it lets your friends see it, and then when they share it, it lets their friends see it. And I'd really appreciate if you guys would share the videos and like the videos, of course. It does help rate the video a bit higher and puts out there for more people to see on YouTube. So, but let's get this field finished up, ladies and gentlemen. As a matter of fact, so we can make some money today, because we're at 662K right now. So we're not doing too bad on financial means. However, I do want to get this soybean harvested and get it picked up and get it sold. I want to get it sold. So this is parts of the videos that I'll be cutting and and saying, hey, I'm gonna finish up harvesting the fields, and then as always, guys, I will bring you all back into the video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we just got done harvesting the last bit of the last field, and I don't know if it's gonna hold all the. Oh, it held it all. We're at 99% on the trailer. Look at that, guys, and we have none left in the harvester at all. Yeah, none left in there at all. Okay, so we're gonna park the harvester. And we'll come back and get this in a little bit. Let's go ahead and fold that up and shut it down. And now the reason we got 99%, because last time we did both fields, we had a trailer full. We had an actual trailer full. So the reason we only had 99% this time was because there was a couple of spots on this field, like 2 spots on this field, and 1 spot on the other field, which they were small spots, like little squares, where for some reason the crop did not get planted. So that's why we didn't have as much yield this time. We're going to start this up. We're going to take it down to the farmer's market. And now, here's the only thing. So we're in the month of July, and it peaks out in June. But it doesn't look like it goes down too much further from June to July. So it's not going to be, like, it's going to be a little bit of a difference, maybe like a $200 difference. But that's probably it, because see, even down in the month of January where it's at its lowest, it's still $2,300 per liter. So up here, I'm assuming that going from June to July, it's going to drop about maybe $200 or $300, maybe $500 at the most, $500 at the most, how much we're going to get for it per liter. So, but we'll find out. We're going to head down to the farmer's market. We're going to take this down here, and we're going to sell it, and we're going to make some money regardless. We got 99% soybean in the trailer, almost full, 1% from being full. If we had just one more spot on one of these fields where we had a little bit of crop left, we can make it 100%. However, that's just not the way it was meant to be this time. It's not going to be like that. And sell it to the farmer's market, and we're going to see how much we make. So, let's see what the damage is this time, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know this is my favorite part, watching the money go up. There it goes. We're going to hit $1 million for sure. Oh my gosh. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love hitting that $1 million mark, man. It makes me feel so good knowing we put in so much work on the farm. I bet we've made probably $4 million in this farm already. $984,801. Almost $1 million on soybean alone. Guys, if we'd have been in the month of June, we would have hit $1 million on crop alone. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely phenomenal. That is just absolutely amazing. And I'm pretty impressed with that, man, how well it's turned out. And now we've got some money. And my plan now is we are going to sell the other wood chipper. And I do want to buy, there's another wood chipper I've been wanting to buy. And I'll show you guys which one it is. I don't know if I've told you guys yet or not. However, if we go down to wood chippers, which is down around forestry, right here, I put this wood chipper in the game. This one was in FS25, and this is a really, really cool wood chipper. Now, I don't know how much good it's going to do opposed to how good the other one is, but what I'm going to do before I sell the other one, we're going to buy this one first. So we're going to go ahead, get our Michelin tires. We're going to put our plate on there. Our plate should automatically be programmed by now to where we don't have to change them. Oh, I totally spelt that wrong. There we go. cjfarms to the cjfarms. All right, put it on the back only. Make it a pretty bright. Ooh, that's a pretty bright red right there. Let's go with that one. And we'll put the plate on the back right there. And so this wood chipper, the way it works, and let me buy it first, and I'll explain it to you guys for those that may not know. The way this wood chipper works, that I'm going to show you guys. So if you guys will notice, in the right here, the pipe that is on it does not pipe out, I don't believe, but it does go into the back of this container right here. Now, what happens is this lid comes down, and that's your wood chipper. The wood chippers go the wood chips, not the wood chippers. The wood chips go up into this pipe and shoot into the back of the container, as you can imagine. Once this container is completely full, you then bring a trailer up beside it and you hit the unload button. This entire thing lifts up in the air, and then I believe it tips out on either this side, or it's probably this side it tips out on. Might be the other side. But that's how this wood chipper works. And I loved it in FS25, so I don't see why it would be a problem in FS25. But we shall find out. Where is my... Yeah, we got to wash this real quick. And we got to bring the harvester back and wash that as well. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this episode of FS25. We made $985,000 on crop. That is the most, because the last time, I don't know how it happened, but the last time we planted on these fields and harvested it, we made, what was it, $783,000 in crop alone. This time we made $985,000 in crop. And I think that's pretty amazing. So we're doing something around these fields. Now, next go around these fields, we are going to plow. I know I've been saying that for a long time, and I don't really like plowing because of it's just a time-consuming process. And that's the only reason I don't like plowing, but it needs to be done. It's got to be done, and the only way we're going to get good yield out of these fields, like I preached to you guys, is how do you get the most out of your yield, right? You plow, okay? You plow, and then you cultivate, and then you lime, and then you fertilize, and then you plant. That's how you get the most out of your yield, and that's actually the best way to do it, to be honest about it. That's like the best way to do it because, you know, that's just how you get the most out of your yield. I'm going to take this trailer back over here, and we're going to park it right here, and I'm going to back the other trailer up to it. But guys and girls, I appreciate all the love and support here on the channel. I really, 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 really do. I love you guys so much, man. You guys are amazing out there in the community, showing your love all the time here on CJ Farms, Wales Criminal Justice, and for those who are part of the Patreon. And for those who are not a part of the Patreon and you might be interested, there's no obligations. Just go over and check it out, guys. There's a tier for every audience, and every tier gets content. Every tier gets some kind of content, whether it's with regular ads or whether it's with, you know, some less ads or way less ads or ad-free. Every tier gets exclusive content that only the Patrons get to see. those videos will never, ever, ever be public YouTube. With that being said, everyone, have an amazing day. This is CJ Farms, and one crop at a time, we are helping America grow. I will see you all in the next video. God bless you guys, and have yourself an amazing day.